Well, you know what they say, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. So here's to me starting my first YouTube channel. I'm Dillon. I'm with Tri-Point Mechanical Services. We are a Maryland heating and cooling contractor in our second year of business. 2 years ago, I started Tri-Point with some buddies from work. We work a commercial gig, so this has been our attempt to get a business off the ground on the side, so juggling all that. But the biggest reason I think I finally decided to start a YouTube channel is of how much there is a lack of skilled labor, and we're in like a skilled labor vacuum. So I'm hoping, to provide a little bit of insight to people that may be interested in what it's like to be an HVAC technician. And then if there's just some people out there like me that like to, watch YouTube channels with businesses being built from scratch, there's a few out there I like to watch, so I figured, let's add some more content out there. But if I can help somebody pick up a trade or get interested in a trade, then it's all worth it to me. All right, so after a little bit of movie magic, we're now back to the house, pulling in. I'll back this thing up to the dumpster, and then you can all see what it looks like inside this truck. It is an absolute mess. All right, so I typically think that tradesmen fall into two different categories. Ones that keep their trucks clean and ones that do not. And as much as I love organization and trying to stay organized, I'm working out of a very small pickup truck to begin with here. So staying organized can be a little bit of a struggle. So give me a minute, I'll get everything opened up, and then I'll bring you around for the MTV tour of my work truck. All right, so this is the small service vehicle. 10 pounds of crap shoved in a 5-pound bag. So at least once a week, or once a week would be generous, once a month, I like to try and reorganize it, set it back up where it needs to be, get everything back where it should. So stick around for that. First, I'll show you some of my organization. Really, the back seat is kind of a catch-all. Everything just kind of gets thrown back here. That doesn't have a nice living spot in the back right now. But I'll show you the back setup. How do I end up with so much stuff is the million-dollar question. Obviously, since we're just starting out, I don't have the money to go buy me a nice transit van of my dreams. People love them, people hate them. I don't know. I think they're extremely efficient for HVAC residential service, commercial service even, but we have to start somewhere, and so we're starting here. Oh no. Cord gets stuck. There we go. Leftover material. We'll get that taken care of in a little bit. Trash. Oh, this goes in the bag here. All right, let me show you what we got going on in the back here. I know everyone hates little giant ladders, but they're kind of handy if you're working on limited space. Vacuum pump. What else I got in the way back here? Oh, carry some rescue condenser fan motors, because those never die on you. I just recently started carrying these. Actually, I had a call like an hour away. Of course, on a Sunday when, nothing's really open, no one's coming in, and condenser fan motor was the problem, so I did get that customer taken care of, but since then, I now carry a few spares. Good enough for now, good enough for now. So in the back of my truck, I have the decked cargo glide system. Pardon the noise. It's essentially a plywood base. So from there, I've just put pack out plates in there. I also have an install trailer, called an install trailer, 6x12 enclosed trailer. I currently have it at a job right now, but in there, I also have pack out dollies because we can strap them up. So it's really nice when I can mix and match with what I got. The hard part is that because I'm in such a small service vehicle, right? I do not have room for everything that you would generally find on a larger service van or, you know, that sort of thing. So I have to pick and choose what I put on here. So pack out allows me to modular store system, swap it in and out, and stay pretty mobile. So let's start taking this thing apart, cleaning it up. Trash dumpster. All right. Kneeling pad, that's important. Gloves, gadgets. Who doesn't love tools? Trash, trash. Headlamp, trash. So yeah, I mean, this channel, right? I mean, today we're really just kind of cleaning out the truck. This channel, my goal, this channel, my goal is to help, you know, provide a little insight. And like I said before, it's kind of like a ride along, right? So, you know, we're going to ride along with me to do some service calls. We're going to ride along to do some repairs. We're going to ride along and do some installs, do some maintenance, pretty much whatever we need to do. You'll also see the backstory of trying to get a company off the ground with just you and your pals, and you know, going from there. So buckle up, buttercups, because it might be a bumpy ride. I don't know. We're doing fairly decent for only being our second year in business, but you know, still only working out of our pickup trucks and stuff like that. So eventually it would be nice to get, you know, a little bit more space, a new van. Maybe not a new van. I would settle for a used van at this point. I mean, as you can see, the back seat was almost filled all the way to the roof of the truck. So I'm kind of running out of room. And just to be more efficient, I need more space. But all in good time. All in good time. All right, let me get back to cleaning, and then I'll come back to you. All right, I got everything mostly cleaned up, put away. Driver's seat still the same. Back here, everyday service tool bag, ECM motor checker, impact, meter, my probes, hoses, analog gauges, extension cord, shoe covers, hand wipes, a little seat if I need one. Moving here, I still have the ladder left to put in here, but this is kind of a catch-all. Vacuum pump oil, used vacuum pump oil, a little bit of everything in there right now until I get the service, a little bit of everything in there right now until I get the install trailer back. Those places kind of live there, but I need them for a few service calls. Wrenches, little socket sets, and, you know, catch-all hand tools, crescent wrenches, stuff like that in here. Everything else is kind of labeled as is. I got my micron gauge, Appion tools, scales, and nitrogen regulator in here. This is an 80 pound nitrogen bottle holder, except Nady's too tall to fit in here, so I use it for upright for a few pipe wrenches, again, a few drill bits, bubbles, bandsaw blades, B tank, hot work. I got strikers, solder, fitting brushes, everything in there, capacitors, contactors. Right now the vacuum pump lives here. Vacuum, sheet metal tools. I got a job tomorrow. We're putting in a mini split ducted air handler. That's for that. Umbrella, torch tips for the B tank, map gas tips. In here, this is all my promotional stuff, business cards, whatnot in here. Wegos, electrical connectors, crimp connector kit. I got my spare condenser blower motors here. Fan, battery charger, spare batteries, backup impact, headlamp, backup tool bag. That one is like a basic service bag. This one is a little bit more in depth for the other hand tools in case I need one. Wipes for the windows, spare gloves, very self-explanatory. And then here we have lunchbox, backpack. Down there I have wipes for my safety glasses and call it like an install, or not an install, but like an estimate kit. The estimate kit is just like tape measures, stuff like that. Laser measurers. So, yeah. Alright, well, thanks for sticking through me with this video. I know it's going to be a little choppy, first YouTube video, so, you know, we can only improve from here. But yeah, this is going to kind of be like a ride along and follow me along while I try and build a business, maybe teach a few people about the trades. Not everybody's going to be like a how-to, but, you know, a ride along. Just kind of like, you know, law enforcement does it. You can ride along with them and kind of get a feel for it before you get into it. So it's going to be kind of like that, except without bulletproof vests. We are in Maryland, though. So, I mean, if we do start getting some service calls in Baltimore, we might need a few bulletproof vests. But, yeah, that's it for today. I'll catch you all on the next job. Have a good one.